Yo, tu devrais comprendre ce qui se passe dans le monde, y a trop de sens qui se passe en même temps dans nos perceptions extrasensorielles, mais en même temps c'est pratiquement rien ce qui se passe dans le monde comparé à ce qu'on doit faire. Puis tout le monde est en enfer, mais on est au paradis aussi. On se trompe souvent quand on parle comme je marmonne, mais je te dirais que j'ai pas bu, c'est pas ce que tu penses, c'est à cause des produits chimiques qu'il y a dans mon corps. There's all kinds of poisons and toxins in my bodies, I couldn't even tell you the smallest part of it, or a microfraction. You realize that the heart of it is that they're all trying to poison and kill us, like New World Order shit that's goddessless and godless. Think about it all for a fraction of a second of a blink of Brahma or Saraswati, and I would tell you I'm ARM for a reason. ALF Goraknati, Goraknat is my birthright. From born, I was actually unborn, and I was bornless and formless since the beginning of times and beyond this. And before this, I would say time is non-linear as a perception. We were all born as Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Tirthankaras of the future and present, of pewter pews that are actually made to be drinking brass monkeys upon them, like say orange juice mixed with say juggling machetes and drinking beer at the same time, and it makes no kind of sense, but I tell you I can make it make sense and flip it in reverse, and then it wouldn't be like Missy Elliott. You see me spinning that sideways, I could do a helicopter flip too if I wanted to, but the thing is I did it halfway and now I dropped my crane pose, so my apologies for doing that. This is Tadasana, Tada. See, I'm in mountain pose now, but I'm moving. Those are machetes that I'm juggling that are extremely sharp, but I looked like shit in the past two videos. I felt like the angle on my face wasn't quite right, so I had to re-freestyle and make it happen. Imagine I sliced the top of my finger in the last one, but I'm still fine, and I cut myself in front of my social workers when I was flipping a machete sideways in vertical flip, but I told them it floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee. It's kinda like Muhammad Ali when he fights in the ring, but I'm not fighting anyone, because nobody would be stupid as fuck to actually try to call out Legion and try to juggle machetes in front of me and then still be breathing when they ate the hot sauce that I chug in, say, 8-pound gallons that are over there. Might sound contradictory, but I promise you it isn't. It's a lot of wisdom, like I'm meant to be a blue Buddha of medicine from back in the days, but I'm not that in this form, obviously. You'd be acting amazed if you thought I was blasphemous. I tell you, you're actually on it, because it's pretty simple who I am compared to anyone in particular. I'd say if you've heard little sins, point and kill, and I'd say that's what I do with those machetes, but I don't kill anyone because it's all off the record. Black Ops, get it? I haven't killed anyone or stabbed anyone as far as I can remember to the best of my memory, and that's not a legal term to get out of some kind of predicament. I could tell you, you wouldn't know who the fuck I am if you saw me right in my face, but they pull a wool over your eyes for a reason. I'm ARM, ALF, Goraknati. Those are three of the greatest organizations on the planet for intersectionality and protecting the rights of human beings that are children, that are being raped and tortured and killed in the greatest genocide in history. Now remember me, I pray thee. I hope that you know who I am. I would tell you I am no baby, but I am so in cosmic terms compared to Akasha. She's the one who actually honors me and inspires me. She's the goddess like Oshun and Alatuabha. When she speaks through me, I tell you, you'd be stupid as fuck to ever try to battle me. I'd take out the whole industry and rattle them in a fraction of a second. Tell them, come over here at my Airbnb and let's talk for an actual record. Let's put it on the record instead of off, like those prison shares that Dr. Dre was getting paid for. Yo. The youth is the future, like the diaspora that we all truthfully are part and born from, like Mama Africa or India, like Romanis and Gypsies. I am a Tsigane black magician, I am Cynthia and Roma. I am from Brahma's case, but far beyond this. From Saraswati's optics as she blinks, and civilizations are dying and decaying to be reborn in a blink of a flower, of an eye, of a glimpse of an iris and a pupil flourishing, birth from a black hole in the quasar on the opposite side. I'm juggling machetes for fun, just freestyling, so you know that I'm doing this off the top of the head, and I'm not preparing or rehearsing anything. This is just one part of many things that you should remember is actually a part of everything, because everything is everything, but it's not always what you think it. Don't think I'm quoting Wu-Tang or Capadonna, because it's far beyond this. It's a lot more than what you thought it, and if I backflip for a second, I'd say remember it's front and backwards directions, it's opposite senses, and I flip it sideways like a machete. I'm off topic, off kilter, but I swing them back and reposition myself in crane pose. But that's like mountain. Tadasana is different though. So all I can say is remember who I am and why I flow this way. I'm not Kalki, I'm Kalki Dasha. Zoismia Dasha, Sunya Morikawa. You don't know my etymology. Don't talk to me if you don't know me properly. If you talk shit about me, or you made some false claims, or did some kind of shit that's far beyond lame or comprehension, that's actually anti-ableist when I say that, but it's not, because it's ableist to even call somebody lame in the sense that they don't actually have a crutch to sit on, because if they actually were, they'd be an imbecile not to grab it. Because I'd say that's anti-ableist and that's the difference, that's the opposite spectrum. And when I talk in French and Spanish to foster sentiments. Quand je parle en français, sourcils français, les gens savent, tout le monde sait, ouais, je comprends. Je viens de faire ça avec toutes sortes de personnes qui sont venues ici pour venir me visiter et qui ont tout compris en plein de sens dans l'infinité de tout ce qu'on comprend, de tous les univers, de tous les multiverses en fait dans lesquels on existe. It's so complex to persist and exist in these days and times. I'm faded from my mind in the matrix. And yes, these machetes are razor sharp, like home, like RZA, but far beyond that as well. Cause I could say Wu-Tang's not for the children. You wouldn't want to play that shit to them, I promise you. You could get charged and locked up in court for that. Indigenously especially, but colonially, remember, we're living in post-colonial times. Not really, just remember who we are from the beginning. And if you think it's kind of silly, he's posing, he's wearing an On the Animal t-shirt, that's ARM, that's 4 years in jail in the US if you actually are part of that organization. Can you imagine me rocking a t-shirt that says ARM, Animal Rights Militia, but they're considered the #1 terrorist organization on the face of the Commonwealth? #2 is ALF, they're non-violent, both of them, but the difference is you consider violence as activism, but it's not really, because if you think of a small child that's being abused and raped and tortured by some sick, twisted farmers and fucks that eat their flesh for pleasure, can you imagine you supported those industries? This is me rhyming on an Aquarius-minded instrumental.